I'm going to show you everything you need to catch some of the best tasting fish in the ocean. From the rod to the reel to the soft plastics I use. And for this video, I'm actually going to use my cheapest combo, which consists of this 9-foot medium action ugly stick. When jetty fishing, I use rods ranging from 9 to 11 feet. And this isn't so I can absolutely bomb a cast off the jetty. When jetty fishing, you're usually going to have some rocks in front of you, plus some submerged rocks a few feet in front of that. So having a longer rod is going to make fighting and landing these fish a lot easier from here. I'm pairing this rod with this Finor Trophy size 30 reel. To be honest, there's nothing really special about this reel. I have other reels from brands like Okuma that are about the same price and are just as good. I use these 3.5 inch Z-Man drop kickers, but I found that pretty much any paddle tail swim bait from about 3 to 5 inches works like magic. The last thing that I'll sometimes use is a fish attractant like this smelly jelly, which is actually another Oregon-based company, so that's cool. This isn't necessary and it's only something that I do when saltwater fishing, but I've found that putting some of this on my soft plastics every few casts has improved my hookup ratio. And on my very first cast...
All right. Cool. Pop it out. All right, that is a black rockfish right there. Unfortunately, that guy's pretty small, so we are gonna send him back.
I got my first rockfish of the day, which had me a little worried about the first cast curse.
That's typically bad luck, but I'm taking that as a W, okay?
After a few minutes without a bite, I moved down the jetty a little bit. Now you'll notice that I'm not casting out very far at all. Most of these fish stay pretty close to the rocks, so all I'm doing is keeping tension in my line and giving it some light taps as I let it flow with the current.
Oh, that's it. There we go. Look at that guy fight. That's a small one. I don't want that one.
And after that, I was catching a lot of fish, but all of these ended up being just a little bit smaller than I was hoping for, so I kept putting them back in the search of something bigger. Now, looking back at the footage here, I do feel a little stupid. Probably 95% of the rockfish I catch are either black or blue rockfish. And this was a good reminder to review my species before I started fishing. There are a couple rockfish that you're not allowed to keep here in Oregon. And looking back at the footage, this is most likely a good sized copper rockfish, which I could keep, but in these situations, if you don't know, let it go. After that, it was more small black and blue rockfish, and I felt like I maybe missed my one fish of the day until I finally caught something worth keeping. So now I have some beautiful fresh fish for dinner tonight.